How's everybody doing? Um, I decided to make this video, something on my mind, and I was thinking about like the current events that are happening with Ketanji Brown Jackson being nominated to the Supreme Court, a very successful black woman, and I'm seeing a lot of black women that are moving up, that are doing awesome things, and I think today's society we're starting to see black women for their true value that sometimes the media, sometimes society has covered up and not let us know what's really going on. And I tell you, I've been married 27 years to a black woman. I've always had love for black women. That's always been my preference. That's who I thought was always the most beautiful woman on earth, and I still think that. And some people will ask me, why do you praise black women so much? Why do you? And I do it on YouTube, but I do it in real life too. And here's the thing. Number one, because it's in my heart, I believe it. Number one. Number two, it's true. I mean, black women are amazing. They're doing so many great things. And and I fell in love with black women because I could see that way back in the 80s and 90s. And like I said, I've been married 27 years to a black woman. So, and my first girlfriend was a black woman. So, my heart and, my passion is for black women. That's, that's who I am. That's, where my love is. And you could call it weird. You could call it whatever you want because I'm a white guy. And here's the thing, I grew up in a white neighborhood and I had a lot access to a whole lot of black women, but the ones that I did, I fell in love with just because of the character and the awesome ladies that they are. And here's the thing, and people seem kind of confused because they say, "Well, you're praising black women, you're putting them on a pedestal," and well, yeah. I mean, if you understand us as white men in our culture, we lift up our women. We put our women on a pedestal. My grandfather has done it. My father has done it. It's gone through generations. That's what we do as white men. It's just, and here's the thing, when we love the women we're with, we express it. But here's the difference. My wife happens to be a black woman. So the standard of beauty is shifted in my family from white women to the black woman. Okay, and that's not by accident, that's by choice. And here's the thing, you can say, okay, there ain't that many black women getting with white men, and it's, black women are the least likely to marry out. That's all true. Yes, it is. But here's the thing, the numbers are increasing. Here's the thing, more white men and more non black men, such as Asian, Hispanics, and other groups, are starting to see the value in black women. And they're seeing the treasure. And here's my thing, the, the woman I'm most in love with in the whole world is my wife. She's a black woman. So, of course, I'm going to put her on a pedestal. Of course, I'm going to say the most awesome things about black women because my wife is a black woman. Okay? And I have love and respect for black women. I cherish the friendships. I cherish, you know, when I was dating black women, I cherish the experience because I felt true love. And not just dating, but the black women I've been around. From my babysitter when I was 5, to women in the church, to women in the community. And yes, there are black women in my church, in my community, okay? Um, they're not the majority, they're a minority. But I found true love. And of course, I'm going to lift them up. Of course, I'm going to give them praise. When you love a woman, you give her everything. You should as a man. My wife is everything to me. I've been married to her over 27 years. And she's a black woman. Guess what? In my family, I have the most successful marriage. And I chose a black woman. Now, people can say, well, black women are the most get divorced and single mom. Okay, who is that with? I'm just asking because it takes two. But I'm not going in on anybody. But here's the thing. When we get together, non-black men get together with black women, it seems our marriages are lasting longer. It seems like we're more compatible. As weird as it might seem, because we don't look alike, we don't share the same DNA, but guess what? We found love. I found love with my wife. I fell in love with a black woman at 5 years old, if you can believe that. I my eyes are open. They've always been open. Black women are a blessing. Okay? And here's the thing, people say they don't want to believe what I'm saying. They think I'm just spewing words. But my first girlfriend was a black woman. All the women I've dated is black women except two white women out of guilt and obligation. My wife is a black woman. I married back in May 19th of 1994. Yes, I remember the date. It was the greatest day of my life. And I'm still married to my black wife. May we hit 28 years. So yeah, I'm going lift up black women. Yes, I'm going to put them on a pedestal. And yes, I'm going to give them praise. And you know what? I feel good doing it. I feel at peace doing it. And you know what? I love doing it. And thank God I can do it. You know, and I've been blessed. Me and my wife have 3 kids. They're all college educated. One has a master's degree. We got 2 grandkids. Our family is growing. We are so blessed. And guess what? I chose the black woman, a white guy in a white neighborhood in a white community. So white, if you look at me up in the dictionary, you'll see my picture. But guess what? I chose a black woman. Guess what? That black woman's on on my pedestal. Guess what? To me, the black woman's a standard of beauty. Guess what? There's more white men that think like I do. And guess what? Interracial marriages between black women and white men are growing. You would say, okay, it's small, it's just a little number. A snowball on top of a mountain turns into an avalanche once it hits the bottom. So think about that. The more black women are moving up in the world, we're seeing it in big government positions, vice president, a new Supreme Court justice. And I'm not going into politics. I'm just saying, black women are amazing. They're overcoming. They're doing amazing things. And you know what? And I don't have to be around them 24/7 to know how beautiful, how awesome black women are. And you know what? That's what made me fall in love with black women. And you know what? That love will never go away. Thus, that is my preference. Thus, that is my wife. Thus, that is my life. And that's a blessing that I have, to have the opportunity, the blessing, to have a relationship and a marriage with a black woman. And I thank God every day for that. And that's just my thoughts. But anyway, thank you guys. God bless you and your families. And I'll see you soon.